Ooh, you seem a little high. Ooh, right. Let's put another cushion. Look, ready for the Queen. Ready for the Queen. Right, you'll enjoy this vlog. Boy, you always enjoy my vlogs, you lovely lot. But you'll especially enjoy this one because I think it's all clothies. Maybe a bit of beauty, maybe a headscarf tutorial at the end. So yes, I think this will be a fun one. Now, look at my hair. This is what it's like when it's too clean. So that's why it's up like this, because it's just not hanging beautifully. And my glasses are dirty. Anyway, I'll do those in a minute. But first of all, before we get on to two brands that this is not sponsored, and none of this is sponsored for a change, but they're two independent brands that I really want to tell you about because I'm very, very keen, as you know, on brands that are supporting the environment, that's ecological, that do sort of vintage styles, that use recycled materials wherever possible. So that's what the main chunk of this is about, because I've recently done a fashion shoot for one of them. And I get lots of lovely frocks from them. I've got a whole wardrobe full, which you will have seen me in on here and on Instagram. But anyway, I'm going to tell you more about them as they are both releasing their spring-summer collection literally today as you're watching this, or have done very recently. So how about that? But first, nothing to do with sustainable brands to that extent, but you wanted to know what I bought at Zara in Spain and how, in Lanzarote, I should say, and how I dressed it up. So this is one of them. This is now obviously I would wear an orange headscarf, but I've got so much jewellery on, I don't think it needs much more. Anyway, this was, look at these bosoms. Yes, I've hoisted them up. Top tip, girls, if they're starting to droop, just make sure the strap is as high as you can get them. And this is as high as I can get them. Anyway, I bought them specifically to go with my brown jogger pants. I can't speak today. Joggers, the Lucy Dodwell ones. But I thought they looked rather good dressed up. This would do for an evening, especially with a brown leather jacket. I've dolled them up with some very old, now is that chair in the way? Right, let's put that there. Very, very old, there we go, that's the way you go. I'm not bothering with shoes because you can't see because of this format. But I got these in a sale in, H&M I think, years ago. Aren't they cute? And I've lost a bit of weight. Still sticks out, and you can tell, can't you? Little bit of my waist has come back, but more of that next week. You'll have to wait. So that's the first one. I hope you like. I think they look great with these old, very hippie looking little trousers. And another top tip. Sorry, I'm always doing this, aren't I? If you hear any noises, it's Jack. I'll tell you about Jack as well in a minute. Such good news. It's going to last forever. This, if you've got a tummy to hide. Do you remember I got this from a pre-loved shop? Also adds a nice little bit of detail. So if I was feeling fat tummy-ish, I would add a little, we call them bum bags, American audience, in the UK. You call them fanny packs, which we find mildly offensive because fanny here means down there, women's bits. So we certainly don't call them fanny packs. But anyway, if you're worried about tummies, that's a good little top tip. Right, next outfit or next purchase. Now, before we get on to, I don't think this is as flattering, but the trousers are so gorgeous. Trouble is, you can see the lines through. Do you remember me banging on about, I'll show you that in a minute, banging on about block colours? I mean, how is this for block colours? bright orange and green. Should never be seen. I love these pants. I might wear these. I haven't got the right jackets yet though. I might wear these tomorrow because the trouble is, you know, a lot of you do say, I wish I had the confidence to wear all these bright colours. I'm not sure I've got the confidence to wear really over the top clothes. It's all right if I'm doing a shoot for a brand, but I would go out like this, I think, but would I go out like this? I think this is a step too far. So these are the new trousers anyway that I got from Mango, do you remember? Oh, and before, right, and I got them specifically not to go with this, because this little green lovely one goes better with jeans, and that really is over the top, although you could certainly get away with it for some fancy do in Hoxton in London, couldn't you? I'd have the confidence there, I think, although this isn't very flattering, and this isn't very flattering. And if you get anything from Mango, go up about 2 sizes. They're really teeny tiny. I think the longer top I got from Zara will look better. But I love the block. Let's try it like that. It covers up this lovely pocket detail though. See, it's not as good, is it? No. Sorry to use you as a mirror, but I know you're used to it. Maybe like that. Anyway, we'll see. Of course, when I come to edit it, I'll be going, no. This is the coat from, again, the Iris, like the green fluffy one. This was from the Iris shoot. And so this is why I got these trousers. Now, I think if they're done up, if this coat is done up, so it's like a coat dress, this could be very nice for, I'd have to be very careful what I put underneath. I suppose I could wear the orange underneath. But this coat, I think, could look very nice for something like with a hat. Racing, not that I approve of racing horses, but I do go to the DJ night sometimes. I think actually this coat would look better with jeans. Anyway, I thought I'd show you how the green trousers came out. But I do absolutely love the block colouring and the green iris necklace with it. So what do you think? Let me know what you think. I know you'll be honest. Just fabulous colours, aren't they? But this, you need to be very, very skinny to get away with this. However, you don't need to be very, very skinny to get away with the second item I got from Zara in Lanzarote. I'll take this off. I love these two together. I'll find a way. Maybe I know what the answer is. Get this taken up a bit so it sits like that rather than tucked in. It doesn't work tucked in because the material's too cheap and it shows the lining. Hence, don't buy cheap chain store clothes. I can't get that off easily. But this was the other from Zara. I mean, it would have been rude not to buy this, wouldn't it? Look at these colours. And they go beautifully with these trousers. So I definitely might wear that tomorrow. Definitely. I haven't found the right jacket yet, though. I can't go to see my solicitor with that green furry thing to talk about wills and things dressed like this. I'm meeting my friend Dahlia on the beach, in a beach cafe near where I've got to go to in Lancing. You know, I tell you everything. Right, but look, loving these sleeves. A bit long. Everything's long on me, but this is fabulous, isn't it? And it was really cheap. So that would go, God, it's got the same colours as this coat. Let's try the coat again. That's sort of works, doesn't it? And it covers the tummy. And you can put a vest on underneath if it's chilly. That's a possibility. So this second top from Zara, what a dream. Right, I shall now get the last top from Zara out and we will talk about other things before we go on to more clothies. Still haven't finished because I had to show you these. Oh, and I'll do a scarf tutorial for you because you're always asking. So I always deliver when you ask. I have done loads, but I know you don't always see the back copies of vlogs. So this is specifically why I bought this orange top, because I think it looks so good with chocolate brown, and these are the Lucy Todwell joggers. So that's nice with the gold chain, isn't it? And then we'll get on to the last shot. I only bought 3 things from Zara. I seem to be making a meal out of it, don't I? Right, scarf tutorial. Cotton or muslin is best. Clean hair is not best, too slippy. Silk scarves, not good, too slippy. The best, these are muslin. I can't get them anymore till I get back to Australia, even if I ever find her again, because by the time I get out there again, it will have been 3 years. I don't even know if Hippie Sue's still doing her dyeing of muslin. Anyway, make sure it's long as well. So I've tied it round the top and underneath. Tie very tight. And then just bring it round the top again. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's the perfect length. 2, 3. Again, you need to have the confidence to wear a great big bow like this. But you can, you know, I have days when I don't feel confident as well, like we all do. I'm feeling all right today. But if I wasn't feeling super confident, I would not have it as high. Or maybe, yeah, I think that's perfect actually. So there we are. The orange top has got, yes, definitely gorgeous with the green trousers, but I'm going to have to think about, you know, I'm not going to go, oh, I need to lose weight. Stop that. That's just rubbish. But you see, look, these look fine. I tucked in. I think the green trousers would just have to be ruched up or taken up. Right, the final one, well, I'm not going to put these on because you can't even see on camera totally, but the other Lucy Dodwell. Lucy, I hope you're selling out. Are these khaki ones. And I bought this divine shirt, another one that I couldn't resist, from Zara. That day I went to another resort and it was just too grey, a bit like England is at the moment, too grey to do anything except shop, which I really love doing in a foreign country. Right, I haven't got the right, looks rather nice together, doesn't it? I haven't got the right scarf on. I would put an olive green scarf on with this and along with the trousers, but you get the general idea. Look, I like these sleeves. They're just not, aren't they nice? Look, let me stand like that. Aren't they lovely? They don't look cheap, do they? Do they? I'm sure Zara, I mean, everybody's more sustainable nowadays. So how's that for an outfit? With a green band. Right, so now, actually I'm going to change into a green band because I'm going to do some more chatting to camera. So I will change them to give you the full effect. So the last shirt with the proper olive, gorgeous colour, joggers again. I'm living in joggers and they're smart enough to go out for a casual lunch or go and see your solicitor. So I might wear this tomorrow. So another scarf tutorial. So, ooh, this one's longer. So there might be more tying involved, but that's a good length. So, right, over the top, I find it more flattering to put some bits down here. Photographer did that recently, and so yeah, it looks better with a little bit down there. Tight. It's sunny outside. I've got to get out with Jack. Right, 1 knot. 2 knots. Sorry to use the mirror. 3 knots. You see, that's slightly higher because there's more of it. How's that? Does it look all right? Oh, God, it's so hot. In the edit, I'll go, oh, it looks awful. It will have to do. Right, I'm sitting up better now. I'm going to push you back a bit because there's no more clothes. Well, there's lots more clothes, but to have a little break from the clothes, let's discuss my face. People today, well, the vets, they haven't seen me for about 8 months. I'll tell you about Jack in a minute. And I walked in, now I have no tan left. I had a very faint one anyway, because I don't do my face. But everyone's commenting on how well I look. Well, folks, it is exactly 2 months since I had all those injections from Dr. Ahmed. I'll put the details of his clinic below. But the collagen production is really working. Even I can see a difference, and I'm the most critical person in the world of my own skin. But look, these are fainter. They're not going. None of this is to look younger. It's just to look the best I possibly can. And he's accomplished that. Look, it's all lovely and plumper. People are noticing the woman in who did my nails, who saw me the first time I went to Lanzarote, so she hadn't seen me for 4 months, said, you look wonderful. So I told her the truth. I'll always tell the truth. So thank you, Dr. Ahmed. I can't wait. I will show you the before photos from 3 months ago and try. And because this is a nice light, there are very cruel lights outside, so you can't see the wrinkles. But outside, when it's very grey, oh my God, that's a cruel light. Talking of a cruel grey light, my brother came to stay for the bank holiday weekend. So, oh yes, I'm still going to talk about movies, even if I'm not doing a Sky Cinema Club movie. We watched lots of movies because the weather was cold. It was cold. But I did take him to Brighton Marina. Had a lovely walk around there, so you can see a little bit of footage of that here. He won't talk to camera anymore to you all. Say hello to your fans.
Hello.
Have you enjoyed your bank holiday weekend?
Yes, I've been working night and day for Susie.
He has done lots of handyman jobs for me. Very grateful. Right, as you can see, it's a very grey day. And there aren't millions of... It's not like America for superb restaurants on the water. And look at that sky, but it is actually quite warm, despite what Dave's wearing. We saw Murder on the Nile at home. Murder on the Nile? Yes, the new Agatha Christie ones with the new Agatha Christie one with Kenneth Branagh. Beautifully directed. He's such a good director. But as everyone else has said, so slow and a bit boring. I watched Dune again because he wanted to see it. Still confused. Still thought it was absolutely brilliant. Can't think what else. Oh, is anyone watching that new series on ITV? And I can't remember what it's called, but it's about a high-up Asian detective. Oh, it's on every night. By the time you see this, it will have been on every night last week. Love that. Tell me what you're watching. I really love that you're telling me what to watch and what movies to get round to seeing. So I've got a list, thanks to you. So keep them coming. And books, really good books you're reading. I want to hear that as well because I'm back into reading. Right, where was I? So the skin is, I've covered my brother. Sorry, I'm going, this is what I'm like in real life. People can't keep up with my silly, busy brain. So brother was a delight. He did lots of chores for me. We had a lovely weekend. We went to the marina, done that. We saw movies, and I was going to go on about my face. Yes. Now, what I also do to help the collagen and help the skin is to have regular facials. And I've told you this before, but I need to make sure that I'm sharing everything with you because it's not I eat a phenomenally healthy diet, and that really helps, but I'll be covering that next week. But I have once every 6 weeks, roughly, Medic 8 chemical peel that sort of very safely removes the layer. So that's why it's all looking, well, I'm due another one, but it's still looking very fresh. And I swap that another 6 weeks with a Hydrofacial plus LED. So I will let you see once I've done a Hydrofacial if there's any difference. But those are the two things. Or just a really, really good facial massage from my local girl with lots and lots of oils. Doesn't matter, just look after that skin plus factor 50. There's no point spending money on collagen production and all the rest of it if you don't look after the skin. So that's what I'm doing. Now, what else is there to talk about? Socks the Fox. I'm fattening her up. I think it's time for her babies to have been weaned because her nipples are looking less protruding. So I think she's if they're still alive, I think she's feeding them solids now. Very, very hungry still. And David, my brother, was really shocked at how thin she was. But I don't think she ate much while I was away, and I feel terrible. And I don't think she likes leaving them for long, which is why she keeps rushing in here for food. So I'll keep feeding her till they've left home, and then we need to get a bit tougher because she must fend for herself. But anyway, she's getting a little bit fitter. It's a bad time of the year. They're all molty and looking a bit shit. And Jack, oh my goodness. Those who've been following me for a while know that my heart's set on downsizing and moving back to Hove, where there's cafes, restaurants, cinema, everything walking distance closer to me for old age. Well, most of the big flats, the mansion blocks where I would be happy living, as long as I have a sea view and some vegetation near me, difficult to find, they don't take dogs. But also Jack is just getting very old. Now he looks fine. Oh, he's had a haircut. I'll have to show you. I'll show you at the end. But he's very good walking. He chases Socks the Fox every night. It's all he lives for. He waits for her from like 5:30 onwards. Where is she? Where is she? He's waking me up, which isn't so good. And my sitter isn't so happy. So I don't know if it's going to stop me going away because the sitter won't be thrilled to have him for a month or so. So I have to play that one by ear. He's tending to wake me at 5:30, 6, wanting his nappy off because he's incontinent and he wants to go out in the garden and have a wee, and I very rarely get back to sleep, so I'm having to have a rest during the day. It's very tiring, but he's not incontinent with his poos. Everything's regular and fine. So I took him for a checkup to the vets today, and the bloody vet, who thought he was dying winter before last when he was very ill with pancreatitis, was gobsmacked. And he checked all his lumps, he checked his joints, he checked his back, he checked his heart, and he said there's absolutely nothing wrong with him. He could last for another 4 years. I went, he can't last that long. No dog lasts till 19. Well, I suppose he could, but I said, what do you think's likely to happen? And he said, well, his heart's strong, so I doubt he'll die in his sleep, which is what I would love him to do, go sleepies. He said it will probably be, doesn't think it will be his back legs, because of course they would be bad by now, wouldn't they? He thinks it's more likely to be a disease. I said, well, whatever it is, he hates medication. He's worse than his owner. He hates, he's allergic to everything. He threw up last time he was ill just from the medication. So he agrees with me. So I said, well, whatever happens to him, I'm not going to keep him alive with loads of steroids and awful drugs, when the time's up, the time's up. But basically, he said, you'll love this. He said, keep away from the vets and you'll be fine. Isn't that amazing? So I won't be moving for a while. I've got all the house all the snagging done, and it's all looking perfect. I've had the decking repainted. Oh yes, I must film that for you. And it's all looking gorgeous, and I can't put it up for sale because there's no way I can live in a flat. Sorry, I've not done this properly. There's no way I can live in an apartment, is there, with a dog that needs to go out for a wee at 5:30 in the morning. I mean, without a garden, forget it. So the universe has spoken. So that's, I think, all my important news. Now, back to the clothies, and I'll come and say bye-bye. So, the first, now you know both these brands, but the first brand I wanted to share with you is Love Your Look Clothing. Again, obviously, I'll put all the details below of everything. And as you'll see from the interview and the shoot we did for spring, summer 22, quite recently, but I wasn't allowed to show you anything till now. I love the owner, Ronke. We've known each other. Well, I did a shoot for her years ago. It must be. Oh, it's their 10th anniversary. So I can't believe it. So I've been doing shoots for her, not every single year, but for 10 years. So I'm showing you, while we're talking, I'm going to show you all, I still got every single one of these dresses in my cupboards. They're gorgeous. They're really ethical because she actually supports a women's community or commune in India, and she goes out and she finds reclaimed buttons and fabric and buys vintage wherever possible, or old or reclaimed. So everything's very, very original, and she looks after the ladies who do the sewing very, very, very well. So I'm a big fan, and they're not terribly, well, they're not expensive. For something that's so beautiful, they always have pockets. I mean, how important are pockets in dresses, girls? And beautiful buttons and little details. So have a look at the video that I did in very trendy, not Hackney, well, yeah, Brick Lane. Brick Lane, really recently. I had woken up, you won't be able to hear very well, I had woken up at 4 in the morning. I was in a hotel the night before, so I didn't have any stress in the morning. Because I'd only had COVID 2.5 weeks before, it really, waking up at 4 and then doing all that work on my feet all day, I was on my knees by the end of the day. But as you'll see, one of the other models had got in at 4, the youngster. So she was on her knees by the end of the day. It was very funny. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this little bit of behind the scenes, what happens on a shoot.
This one got to bed at 4.
Day stop out. Beautiful. Stunning.
Pose. This is Sandy. How awesome is Sandy? We've been putting the world to rights. Sandy, say hello to my YouTube followers.
Hello,
In fact,
followers.
there are many who speak French. Many in Canada.
Bonjour tout le monde.
Hello everybody, lovely to finally meet you all. I am Ronke, founder of Love Your Look. Very loud behind me.
Very loud.
We're all having lots of fun at our photo shoot today, and we are 10 years old today. Oh, 10 years old this year, sorry.
Yes, 10 years old. I keep
old.
forgetting.
And Susie and I met many years ago, where she came and kindly modelled for us, and ever since we've been great buddies. Please do enjoy the new collection that Susie has put the link below for you to shop at. Got lots of fun goodies for you to shop prior to our launch as well.
And most importantly for me, sustainable, ethical,
Absolutely.
and vintage style
Yes.
with beautiful fabrics.
Everything is inspired by the 1950s, 40s and 20s. So you'll find lots of gorgeous collar details, lots of wide leg designs, lots of A-line dresses. So yes, we are very much into our vintage nostalgia.
And let's go and look at some of the girls. Hello. Right, who haven't I done? I've done you? No.
You haven't done me, I don't think.
I did you. I want to show that outfit. This is Sandy. But you would look good in a black plastic bin liner.
Oh, come on.
Disgusting how sexual she is.
Oh no, not that. Oh no, please not. This is for YouTube. They might not be ready for it, Flick. That hair. That hair.
Wake up like this.
Yeah.
Looking
stunning.
You're not seeing all the clothes, but I rather like the colour of this.
Stunning. Stunning, baby.
Faith.
Yes.
Head to toe, darling.
Thank you. Beautiful.
I just need to sort out Stand.
Look at the girls. We're ready for our last shot. Our last shot. There's the belt master. That's what she's become known as. Just Ronke, show me your head. Your head looks amazing with that scarf on.
Her head.
Have you noticed I'm so tired I can't even speak properly anymore?
Love it.
So I hope you enjoyed that. Great clothes, aren't they? So that's the new season. So have a look, link below. And the other brand I'm really, really, very, very fond of is called Pallava. And again, they've gifted me so many dresses over the years. And as you'll see, they definitely go across autumn, spring, and summer. But what I really love about them is that everything's made in the UK. They're unbelievably sustainable as well. And they've actually got a little film on YouTube that I wanted to share with you here because it really shows how they're really big on wool and producing it naturally and using natural dyes and cottons and using UK labour and keeping the prices down. So I'm sharing all of this with you because I just really want to encourage everyone, even if you're not in England, these brands will post to you to support local, small, independent, she says, having just shown you loads of Zara clothes, small, independent, female run by women, ethical, you know, just thinking out of the box, beautifully designed, lovely fabrics. I can't bang on about that enough. You know, if we have to buy something, and we should all be buying less at the moment because money's so tight, but you know, let's at least vote with our purses and try and support the people who really deserve our support. So here's Pallava's little film. I really hope you enjoy. I love it.
I'm Bryony and I'm the founder of Pallava. So we had this idea to create a piece of knitwear that was British made right from the sheep to the end product, so that we can really tell the story of how this cardigan was produced and we know each and every step along the way.
It was surprisingly difficult finding people who shared our passion for producing in the UK. So we had to sort of gather people from every element. We had to find farmers, we had to find yarn spinners, we had to find a factory who would work with us.
Some days, especially over winter when we go out and it's really cold, it can be quite challenging here with if the wind's against you and hurting your face and stinging, but you just have to go out there and check the stock. The benefit of this beautiful fleece when it's cold makes them produce more lanolin, because the lanolin keeps the wool really, really soft. And that's what makes the Massam fleece so unique.
So the machines that you can see enable us to take raw wool, mix and blend the fibre, spin the fibre into the fine thread, wind it to take out any faults, then we twist the yarn, Then we wind the yarn again to clear and to basically do quality checks. And then we soft wind, deliver out onto on a cone that goes to a knitter, or we deliver to a dye house that will dye the yarn. For the Pallava jumper, we selected Blueface Leicester, which is the finest commercial fleece we can buy in the UK to give the softness. And then we've decided to go with Massam, which is relatively soft but gives more resilience.
So this is the finished cardigan, and it's super soft and substantial. It's really chunky and warm and cozy, and it's everything that you would want from a winter jumper or cardigan.
The idea of this knitwear project is to really make something that's substantial and that's going to be with you your whole life.
Hello! I've just popped back to show you two dresses from SS22, the new range from Pallava. This is a day later than the last time I was on. No, 2 days later. Isn't this pretty? But I completely forgot about their new range, which has just come out. So this is the other dress to the one I've put up here to show you that I actually wore in Lanzarote. So these are my two new summer frocks. Thank you, Pallava. And is there anything else to tell you? I've got my hair a bit better behaved than the last time you saw it. I put serum on it, and I think I've got a stinky cold. Out of the blue, I think my brother caught it on the bus and passed it on. Very annoying, not his fault. That looks good, doesn't it? And I did have pink lippy on, but I've just had my brekkie. So I do hope you like. And now back to the rest of the vlog. So I hasten to add again, in case you've just fast forwarded, this is not an advertorial. Nothing in this vlog is, what do they call it? Now we're not allowed to say sponsored anymore. Well, there are no ads or sponsored bits in this video at all. I was gifted the dresses, but as you know well enough by now, I do not give anyone publicity, paid or not, if I do not approve of them, wouldn't buy them, wouldn't be seen dead in the clothes, wouldn't put the food in my body. You know me well enough by now to know that I'm totally authentic. So I really, really, really hope you enjoyed this vlog. It's a little bit rambling. I'm a little bit all over the place, but I hope you enjoyed it. And I will be back next week talking about how I got fit on holiday. It's not about losing weight. I'm not about losing weight. I am about getting as fit as I can possibly be. So more next week. Thank you for your comments. Keep them coming. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to do a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share. Let's get the tribe bigger. Okay, my lovelies, have a really good week, and I'll see you very soon. And love from Jack. Oh, I was going to show you Jack's haircut. Oh, I'll do a cutaway. I'll leave you with a little look of Jack. Jack. With his haircuts. Zephyr supposed. Hello, darling. Look at you. You look 20 years younger. Say bye-bye to everyone. Bye-bye. Sleepy Jack.